Good morning.
That was the intro.
Oh, that was it. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, friends, family. Good morning, enemies and benemies.
Friends and foes.
Friends and foes.
F-A-U-X.
Friends and folks. Like a faux fur.
Like a faux.
Like a faux fur. Friends and foes. And hoes.
And hoes, especially the hoes.
It's Wednesday, too.
We'd love to.
Don't leave out the hoes. The hoes be winning.
That shit. I've been telling y'all that since about 2020, since about 2000 and 1000. Because I said hoes be winning and nobody ever believes me. And that's what the problem is.
I believe you now. I know it's true.
I moved that earlier. Sorry. Because I hate that when I put the mic over here, it blocks my whole entire face structure. So maybe that needs to come up a little bit more. Bring it this way. Inside. We're doing a little technicalities. A little something. So don't you guys worry. We're here. We're doing
Look
it.
at us starting before 9:13.
Okay.
Good morning, Sean.
Good morning. Who's in here today? Good morning, Janet. Good morning, Wanza. Good morning, Dilbert Kelly. AP Black, we haven't seen you in a while.
No, he's been here this week.
He has?
Uh-huh.
Oh, hey, AP. I haven't seen him in a long time. Jess, good morning. Ronnie Amin, Mr. Sparkly Eyes, how are you doing? I miss Ronnie. Ronnie, when you coming back to Boston, Massachusetts? Come on, hang out with us, brother. I have to have Ronnie on here next time he comes. So he talk about all the good stuff that he got going on wherever he live. He be out there for the community, boy.
He in Kansas City, ain't he?
That boy be out there in the community. Cleaning up, teaching, educating, philosophizing, mentoring, all kind of stuff. Philosophizing, boy. I tell you the truth.
And beating people at damn Scrabble or like whooping my behind. Like
Does
beating
he?
me by 200 points.
Jeez.
Not playing with him no more.
Not his friend.
Nope.
Quick check-in. How you doing, Miss Turney? How you doing?
You know, I am doing good. I am doing good.
Testimony time.
I'm doing good. When you wake up in the morning and the first thing you do is read a Bible verse or get into a little devotional, it really sets the tone for your day. And it really, really, really puts things into perspective. We are so lucky to have life.
Yes.
We really are. And no matter what it is that we go through, as long as we get to wake up the next morning, we can have a chance to do it over and do it better. And that is going to be my thing.
Yo, that's a good glory.
Because life's hard. Life is hard, and it's hard for a lot of people, and we be trying, but it's the devil is busy.
That's all you could do.
It's busy.
That's all we could do is live life.
Keep going.
Yeah, figure it
out. Right.
That's my favorite.
I feel really, really good today. Gonna get things done. Finally, gonna fold my clothes. Do some more laundry.
Girl, I went home yesterday and I folded my whole living room. I could see the floor. I could see the chairs. Boy, I couldn't wait to be home last night because I was like, yes.
What I managed to do in my bedroom is clear out the space around the pile of clothes.
Oh,
so
nice.
then the pile of clothes is
you got a path.
It's just, yes.
You got a little pathway.
Right. That's what it is.
Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh, I'm live. I'm sorry, I didn't want to be live. I'm calling about my appointment for the interview.
Oh, okay. So after the show, we end at 11. Because you are actually live right now on the radio.
No, I didn't want to be live.
All right. Yes. So if y'all call 617-272-3387, you will be live on the radio. That's the one that goes directly to the live part of it. Tristan, how are you, young man?
I'm good. I'm I got a lot of work done yesterday. Did I?
I got a lot of work done, I think.
I think. But yes,
so?
I'm good.
Okay, good. Copacetic. Wow, that's a good word.
Oh, I got a new word that I'm bringing back.
What?
I'm going to bring back the word fat.
It ain't never gone nowhere, did it?
Yeah.
People still say people
When's
don't
the
use
last
fat
time you
no
heard
more?
somebody say that's fat, son?
Tony used that yesterday.
I use it all the time.
No, you didn't.
She did.
No, you didn't. Shut up.
I do use it every day.
I think no. This is it.
Fat like PHAT.
Yeah, PHAT.
Like pretty hot and tempting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I use it all the time.
I don't think it's as prevalent, but I do think that there is some of us that still use it because I'd be like, oh, you think I'm fat? And then people still be like, no, PHAT. And I'd be like, oh, okay, I'll take it. That was good.
Oh,
That was a good word.
Yeah,
That's
that's a
fat.
good word. Let's bring it
Fat,
back.
son.
Yeah.
It's fat.
I'm gonna have the little kids looking at me like, wow.
Fat is the same as thought, right? Not in
No.
definition, but like the concept behind
It's
it.
a synonym.
Pretty hot and tempting.
Yeah.
Is
That hole over there?
antonym? Is it
Not that whole. Yeah, that
Synonym.
and it's a synonym. Synonym.
Is
It's a synonym.
it antonym?
Cinnamon.
I wanted to say cinnamon. How do you say the spice?
Cinnamon.
Cinnamon. And
Mhm.
how do you say the word synonym?
Synonym.
So
Cinnamon.
synonym,
Synonym.
cinnamon,
Cinnamon.
Mm.
Cinnamon. Yes.
cinnamon, and synonym.
Yes.
Okay,
Mm.
that's good. Yep, cinnamon.
It's a cinnamon.
It's a cinnamon. Give me the cinnamon for that word. It'd be funny. Go ahead and give it up a share. People that are just tuning in right now, go ahead, right in the right side pocket of your screen. Press that little share button.
Crank it up,
Tell a
crank it
friend to
up.
tell a friend to tune into Boston's newest morning
Mm-hmm.
show. The only thing that you guys should be listening to, because the news that y'all be getting after this show is crazy.
Yeah.
Because we already said it.
Yeah.
We already got you the news. You can hear it here first. That's what we saying. Anyhow.
Shit.
How you doing? What you do?
Oh, me. I'm good. Yesterday I started back at the gym. I went back to my boxing class. Really got it in. I'm old. It hurts. It just hurts. Everything just hurts all the time. And I don't know how to stop it. Do you wake up with random pains?
All the time.
What do you do? No, oh God.
Y'all
Oh,
should
my.
hear me out. I'm like, oh, my back. Oh, my hips. Oh.
Noah was complaining about back pain the other day. You know what? You're 8 years old. Your back ain't even fully developed. What are you talking about? You got back pain. What is wrong with you?
Today when I was laying down in the bed, my ankle randomly started hurting. It's just hurting. I was like, whose ankle just starts hurting? It just was random. And then it stopped hurting. I was like, oh my, goddamn.
I got to get you guys a video of my cat. My cat, so like,
Oh,
lately for like maybe the past like year, she's been meowing a lot more. And I could never understand what it is. But every time I come out, you know what she's doing?
Licking us.
Stretching.
She's walking up the stairs. So every time she walks up the stairs is a meow, meow, meow.
Oh, Mocha. Mocha's 30. Of
That
course.
sounds like me. I mean, you know, I live on the third floor. It takes me at least 15 minutes after I get up there to calm my heart rate down because I feel like, golly. Anyhow, let's get into this show. We are an interview that I've been waiting to have for a very, very long time is happening today. Live Like a Local tour. We hear a lot about the tours in Boston, duck tours and all kinds of stuff. But do we ever tour the hood?
No, let's go to it.
That's the problem. We are going to tour like a local. He's going to come in here and talk to us. And then we are going to go on the tour. I wonder if he's busy after this interview. We're going to go on the tour and we're going to do some things. And we're going to talk to him about this tour. A lot of you guys need to get your kids up out of the bed, out of the tablets, and go and tour the neighborhood so they can find the rich historical structures that we have here in the Boston, Massachusetts, especially in the Roxbury, Dorchester area. With that said, let us get into our show. Saucy and Friends in the Morning starts right now.
Call Spark FM at 617-272-3387.
You're listening to Spark FM. Online.
The People Station. What is that? Spark FM.
Queen of Bacchanal. Is that the song? Is it?
That is not the song.
I thought it was. I was like, listen to Saucy knowing her music. Because that's crazy.
Nah.
What is it? Anyhow, let's get into it. Today is Wednesday. Wednesday, April 26th. We got about 4 days left in this
that?
April.
April was like out.
April's like, I don't have time for this.
Right, like
I'm just here for a good time, not a long time.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I'm out of here because it was just now April. It was just now April Fool's.
Yep.
And that is all over. Ooh, I got a fat butt. I just saw it on the TV. Sorry.
You saw your butt on up there?
Yeah, when I ran to the door, it's a little lax.
I was like, what's your butt doing up there?
Today is Wednesday, April 26th. It's gonna be mostly cloudy, partly cloudy, high of 55, low of 41. Winds in the north, just in the north, at 5 to 10 miles per hour.
Oh, good. Thank you.
Yeah. And it's a 15% chance of precipitation.
I was wondering where the wind would be today.
In which direction?
Thank you to let me know it is in the north.
In the north part of this.
Yes.
I think, where did he go?
Spraying a little perfume.
Look for the green. Okay, let's see. So let's get it. Hi. You have a seat right in there and hang out in the green room. Man arrested in connection to sexual assault at MIT student. Did you guys hear about? It's a black man.
Oh, is he black? I thought by the picture I couldn't tell what he was because they're like, police arrested this man. It was a picture of the top of his head. And it was like,
who is it?
Okay.
So I don't know if you guys have heard about this story, but it's terrible. Police have arrested a 33-year-old man deemed a level 3 sex offender by the state in connection to the sexual assault of an MIT student in Boston over the weekend. Nahom Gitane.
Damn.
Oh, this is the picture you were seeing at the
What's the top of it?
That is literally the top of his head and forehead.
Right.
Blurred out his face.
Oh, that's him. I knew that was him.
Got him. Nahom Gitana was arrested in the area of Atkinson Street and Southampton Street around 2 p.m. Tuesday. Oh, that's right over there in Mass and Cass. Oh, that's literally that's where they put them all. They shoved them up in the little street there. Atkinson Street. Yeah. Atkinson.
This is the alley. It happened just about 3/4 of the way down this alley Saturday night. An MIT student was sexually assaulted as she was walking inside her sorority house. She was attacked by a man on a bicycle Saturday night just before midnight. Boston police now saying that the man who assaulted her was 33-year-old Nahom Gitane. He was arrested in the area of Atkinson Street and the Southampton Street in Boston. At the time of his arrest, the suspect was wanted on 2 outstanding warrants on charges of failure to register as a sex offender. That was issued out of Roxbury District Court. He was also wanted on a warrant of possession of a Class B drug. That was issued out of Boston Municipal Court. Additionally, investigators had established probable cause to charge the suspect in relation to a recent sexual assault that occurred at 11:45 on Saturday in the area of Beacon Street, Public Alley 908 in Back Bay, which is the assault that happened here. Now, this case left a lot of people on edge. This was an MIT student who was just returning back to her sorority house Saturday night when she was approached by a man on a bicycle.
So she was going into the sorority house down this alley. The man on the bicycle came and asked her for food. And when she told him she didn't have him, he started to grope her and then like pushed her into her house and then continued to sexually assault her.
What the hell is that?
He's a level 3 sex offender, and he was previously convicted in a 2007 incident of battery on a person aged 14 or older. Wow. The offenders have a high risk of reoffending and pose a high degree of danger in the public, according to the state's website. This is terrible. When somebody fails to register as a sex offender, why are we giving them the option of registering? Why don't we automatically register them as a sex offender?
Right.
I don't get that part.
If I'm feeling to them to go register,
yeah, like I'm not going to register. You better register me when I'm here in the court.
Exactly.
Put my papers through.
That should be a part of your sentence.
Yes. Caller, you're live. All right. Okay. So yeah, I'm not sure. I don't understand the system and how it works that way. I just feel like he should have, once he got convicted, he should just automatically go on there. There should be a button you press that says sex offender button, and then you put it in there, and it's on your record like I wear eyeglasses.
Yeah.
You know, like needs glasses, sex offender. That's terrible. I'm sorry for that young girl who was just trying to get her little education on and gotta be traumatized by this person. Lowe's employee intervened to stop senior scam in Dedham. Y'all still scamming the seniors? Leave them little old people alone. Befriend them. Become their friends. Yeah. A senior citizen visiting Dedham almost lost $10,000. How? Police are praising the employees of a Lowe's in Dedham, who reportedly reportedly prevented a senior citizen from being scammed out of $10,000. According to Dedham police, the senior citizen was visiting from an out of state. They received a pop-up message while checking their email that used the Microsoft logo. They were then told to call a specific phone number. When the senior citizen did, they were told the money from their bank account had been used to purchase child pornography. The bank account was frozen, the scammer said, and the seniors need to pay to clear the account. The senior then went to a Lowe's to purchase gift cards, apparently to pay the fine. Employees at the store recognized the scam and convinced the person not to buy any. Employee then helped the senior get in touch with their financial account providers to make sure their money was safe. Really? Is it that easy? Is it that easy?
Yeah, people are gullible.
Yeah, and old people are low-hanging fruit. These people take so much advantage of these old people.
Oh my God, that's awful.
And they just, like,
you had that little old person go into the Home Depot, into the Lowe's, and be like, I need to buy a bunch of Lowe's gift card to pay off my child pornography debt.
They're so lonely.
Oh my God.
A lot of the times. And on a brighter note, I was watching a thing on Instagram the other day about this little Chinese lady that this black family has adopted.
Oh.
And they found her one day. She was walking down the street, and she was walking a long time. And there was 3 black girls, and they were like, "Do you need a ride?" So they picked her up, and so now she's their grandma, and they call her mama something or whatever. So now she just kind of like hangs out with them all the time. Yeah. So they brought her home one day to meet their grandfather, and the grandfather was like, "Where y'all get her from? Why y'all kidnapped this Chinese lady?"
Oh, no.
It was the funniest thing. But they're like, "That's mama, whoever," and it was really, really cute. But that's how lonely these elderly people are, and they can be taken advantage of by people.
I wonder if there's anything in place, almost, like a pen pal, not like a friend pal for little old people who need a little friend. And I always wonder about that.
I mean, it's so nice when people take the time to put their elderly people in their lives, like in adult daycares or something like that, where they can have community, where they can sit around, do things, get things done. I mean, not necessarily have to put them in a nursing home, but sometimes we know that that's something that you have to do because they need round the clock care. Yeah. But just like make sure that they're not
Haitians
lonely.
have the adult daycare.
Yeah, a lot of different communities have that. I know Vietnamese have adult daycares.
The Caribbeans don't have a nice little something for the old people.
They got a food pantry
for them to go and mako everybody's business.
Exactly. They need to gather at unity every day at
church. I guess church is supposed to be it, right?
7:00.
Let me plug my good friend Christopher Worrell and Brian Worrell's initiative. They have a thing out right now to try to build a Caribbean community center.
Oh, nice.
So this is, hold on, let me tell you.
I used to visit nursing homes when I was younger.
See, they used to do a lot. We used to do it at the church too, like go visit, sing them a little song or something, like play little games. So it's docket number 1266. It's the Caribbean Culture Center that they are trying to put together so that the Caribbean folk can
Tracy.
Oh yes.
Bring back
3 C's. I didn't even. It never clicked till just now.
Yes.
So they are putting that together to have a home for Caribbean, for workshops, for education, for extracurriculars, just a meeting spot, a mass camp, things like that they are working to put together. So it should have been done long time ago. It should have been done long time ago, especially with us about to celebrate the 50th years of Caribbean Carnival. there should have been initiatives going on to help build a center for that. And I'm glad that it's happening now. So we can't always think about the past because we got to move on into the future. Notes, message, subliminals, direct quotes,
shots fired.
Shots fired.
Trigger warning.
Trigger warning.
I don't know if that.
I don't know. It does.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
What happened?
Where are you? Boston police are searching for a parent accused of assaulting a school bus driver.
Oh, not the parrot. A parrot.
A parent.
Oh, I thought you said a parrot. Like what? Like that.
The parent went on the bus and punched the driver in the stomach.
Terrible.
And then she have a knife with her too. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong. Parents,
Trauma.
There is a line between being mad and traumatizing children.
And now when your child grows up to be a freaking derelict, don't be out there talking about my baby ain't never hurt nobody.
You hurt people.
You hurt people.
She was a good kid.
Boston police are searching.
The father falls on the child.
Amen. Boston police are searching for a parent accused of punching a school bus driver Tuesday afternoon. The incident happened at a bus stop for the charter school at the intersection of Kenilworth and Dudley Streets in Roxbury around 2:30 p.m. In the prime day, you punching the bus driver. What did the bus driver do?
Exactly.
You got the story there, Trismus.
Here's the
students. She's being accused of pulling out a weapon as well. Live in Boston with more on how parents are reacting is 7's Monty Salazar.
The lady they interviewed is not with the shits.
Good morning, Brandon. That bus driver was taken to the hospital, and that happened in this intersection during drop-off. And now people are worried kids will be scarred after seeing the incident.
Yes.
Search is on for a parent who allegedly punched a school bus driver in Roxbury.
And I saw the bus here, and then there was a cop behind
Quick pause.
it, and then there were two cops like right.
What the hell is the search on for? You know the child. You should know the parent. They have emergency contact information.
The parent is in hiding.
Go ahead.
The school bus driver.
The incident happened during drop-off on Tuesday at the bus stop for the Trotter School near Dudley and Kenilworth Streets. People who live nearby say they're alarmed to hear about it.
I've lived here for 40 years and I've never heard of anything happening like that on one of the buses around here.
Yeah, it's not okay. That's for sure.
Boston police say the woman who attacked the driver is a parent, and they say before she ran away, that mother hit the driver in the stomach, smashed the rearview mirror, and pulled a knife out in front of kids on the bus.
These kids had to go home with that image in their mind, and then are they going to be frightened to get on the bus tomorrow?
The bus driver, who police say was suffering from abdominal pain, was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. The principal of the school sending a letter to families after the incident.
They would have to take me off that bus in the ambulance.
School, alongside the entire Boston public schools, has no higher priority than providing a safe, affirming learning environment for our students to thrive. Our buses are considered an extension of the classroom.
I just wonder what could make you that angry.
Me too. I wonder what can make you that angry.
That's exactly what Janet said in the comments. Like, what are you that mad for?
Okay, let's just say something bad happened. You cuss out the student. The student is upset.
Right.
I don't know if my first thought as a parent is to go punch the bus driver in the stomach and whip out a knife and break the rear view mirror.
But what happened? The bus was late. That's what she was upset about?
Did she say any words or did she just go in for the attack? I just don't get it.
And Janet said the rest of the kids had to come and get picked up from the crime scene.
No.
So you're going to ruin it for everybody else just because you're freaking irrational?
Drop my kid off.
People need to.
And again, what are we searching for? Who was the child? Who is its parent?
Exactly.
Look at its little folder that every school has before you start school. And you get the parent's name, and then they have the address on it. Go arrest her.
Maybe she's on the run.
Maybe she's
on the run.
Oh, maybe
she
can.
Child on the run.
No, that would have been it would have turned into a kidnapping.
Well, no, it's her child, so she can't kidnap her own child. But maybe see if the child show up to the school today and arrest the parent.
That's exactly
when the parent come to school. When the child come on the school bus. Go pick up the child.
You know the address because this child is on the school bus. It got to come back to school at some point. Somebody's going to drop it off. Somebody
said they know who it is. They haven't located her yet. Why?
Why you keep saying
she ain't got no
somebody gonna drop it off.
She ain't got no Instagram or Facebook. Why haven't they located her? She ain't got a iPhone.
She didn't come
Find my friend or something
She didn't come home from her work day.
Right.
Who's watching the child?
Exactly.
Where is the child?
Emergency phone number?
All of this is stupid. Go get her and arrest her or sit her down in front of the bus and have her apologize to the students because that's crazy.
And Tika, you're absolutely right. These parents these days are so irrational, and that's why these children be 14 years old robbing iPhone stores at 4 a.m. These parents are just violent these days, and there's no need for it. Everybody needs to calm down. Where's the love? Where is ready to go get high and be happy?
Where is the weed?
Right.
And this is the problem. They keep trying to get people banned and stuff like that for smoking a little weed. If everybody smoked a little weed, this world would be a happier place. Everybody would be zen and cool.
Exactly. Calm the hell down.
She needed a pen before she went to go see. That's what I do. When I get upset, I don't do a little smoking and then I calm down.
Yeah, see, that's what I said. They interviewed the bus driver. The bus driver said these kids were crying and everything. They were so scared. She was upset because I was running a few minutes late, is what the bus driver said. The parent yelled at him for dropping the daughter off late. Police arrived at the intersection. Tuesday's attack took place after 2 p.m., but the woman was gone before they could find her. She's not in custody. Police say they know who she is and they are looking for her. Family and friends of the bus families of children on the bus were immediately notified so students can be picked up at the freaking crime scene. The driver was taken to the hospital, and then Tuesday night was released. I think that parent, whoever she is, really should be ashamed of herself because what example is she setting for her own children and other children? Yeah. And the way that she handled that argument or something like that happened to you to pull out a knife on a bus driver, said someone who lives nearby. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a piss poor way to react to anything.
That's a driver interview?
That was a driver interview. NBC interviewed the driver yesterday.
Like you whipped out a knife and then you want these kids to go to school and behave themselves? Ain't that teaching the children that when you have emotional issues that you're supposed to take a knife out and try to break somebody's window out?
I don't know, but I know what needs to happen in the world right now is that everybody needs a buddy. We need a buddy system of therapists with everybody. Yeah. Everybody needs to be matched with therapists. Yes. They need to go buy our social security numbers or whatever, or do something. But everybody need a therapist.
A therapist.
Everybody.
Speaking of a therapist, Boston might be getting a new rat czar.
Yeah, like New York.
Disgusting.
It's disgusting.
City Council president proposes new position for rodent control. The president of the Boston City Council is proposing a new government position in an effort to tackle the city's rodent problem. Complaints about rats from Boston residents have skyrocketed over the last few years. The city logged in 2,253 rat complaints last year compared to 1,212 in 2020, an increase of 86%. Ugh.
You know what's gross? Did you watch? Did you happen to catch the news
They
yesterday?
like to chew right
on the
through
news.
your garbage.
They were talking about this all day on the news yesterday. It was just so much footage of just big rats just running around on the screen. I couldn't watch the news yesterday.
That's disgusting. I was gonna send you a meme, but I didn't want to be mean to you. The lady was playing with her dog, like, come here, what you have in your mouth? And the dog dropped out a rat.
Dropped the rat.
And she passed out, I think.
Look.
In neighborhoods across the city.
I'd rather go up against a man-eating tiger than see a rat in my neighborhood.
It's a major quality of life issue.
Now, City Council President Ed Flynn is proposing a new position in Boston, similar to New York's new rat czar.
This is what city government is all about. It's not sexy, but it's dealing with quality of life issues.
In the last few years, complaints have skyrocketed 86%. 1,212 were logged in 2020, and that number jumped to 2,253 last year.
It's certainly increased significantly during the pandemic.
There are a number of theories pointing to a rise in complaints.
There's food in there and everything else.
But it's clear what they're after, and there's evidence of where they've been.
I just think we need a fresh set of eyes to look at the problem.
The new position would consolidate oversight now spread out among 3 different city departments.
They're multiplying. Like rabbits, they multiply.
And for some, more attention to the problem can't come too soon.
Very frustrating. But if everybody works together, I think you can, the problem can be solved.
And the idea of this new job is going to be discussed at a city council hearing tomorrow. At that point, we'll start to understand how much support there is for this new position.
There should be a lot of support because ain't nobody want to deal with that. I don't know many two people who are into the rat life. You know, I don't know any people who have gerbils or pet mice or that they don't feed to their
guinea pig.
Yeah, like I don't want any of those things. Imagine seeing a little black one on the floor look like a little thing. Ugh.
What? Ugh. I don't like it.
Me either.
I don't like
it at all.
I don't like mouse, and I really don't like rat. And rats can get big.
They can almost look like, what is this?
Possum.
Like a possum. Like, is it a possum with the long tail?
Yeah.
Ew, yeah.
I drove up to the house one day. There was a rat running through the yard. Drove out. I laughed. I think I went to your house, clear across the city, because I'm not dealing with that.
I pulled up and there was a rat. I stayed in that car until I felt like the coast was clear, and then I jump ran like jump.
The rat will come in your car.
No.
When my car was in the garage to get at the car place to get fixed for a long time, I remember you had left some Hershey Kisses in there. When I went to get the car, all them Hershey Kisses was tore up. They love rats and mice love chocolate.
Ew.
I said, "Oh no!" And I remember one day Nana said there was a mouse in her car.
No.
In her car.
In college, one of my friends had left their car for a very, very long time, like the whole semester.
Yeah.
When he came out, the rats had chewed through half of that car.
My friend at work, a family of mice had stored themselves in her car, like her winter car or whatever it is that she left in her garage. And when she went to go start it up, she was like, something happened. She went, there was all this blood. She had chopped up some of the rats. They had to clean it out and replace it. Oh, hell no.
No, ma'am. Couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
Next
Don't
story.
want it. That concludes our Around the Way news for today, actually. When we come back, we'll be talking to Colin Knight from Tour Like a Local.
Like it.
And we will talk to him and we will find out about all the wonderful places in Roxbury. And then we will go on that tour and then we will enjoy it. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. Saucy and Friends will be right back.
Should have been started in Africa. Long time ago, long time ago, white men went to Africa. You saw these beautiful black women walking around, singing, dancing, working, living in the nude. Bucket naked. You can see they public hair. This white man went from village to village to seek out these beautiful black women, watching them perform in the nude. Did it? Hey.
Turn it on. Turn it up.
This is SparkFMOnline.com.
How healthy is your heart? Believe it or not, half of the country has at least one risk factor for cardiovascular disease. Hi, I'm Senator Liz Miranda from Massachusetts. February is American Heart Month, a perfect time to focus on our overall health and well-being. It is important to know that high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and smoking increase the risk of heart disease. But did you know women, rural Americans, and racial and ethnic groups are also disproportionately impacted? While not all of these factors are controllable, we can take preventable steps to stay healthy. Regular exercise, eating a balanced diet, and not smoking are a good place to start. Make an appointment with your healthcare provider today to assess your risk. If you have heart disease, monitor your blood pressure and keep up with your healthcare visits. For more, visit womeningovernment.org.
Finally Home is a must-read, step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time home buyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-made real estate easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Massive, it's the Sunday Food with Father John and Trini Tech. Every Sunday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Playing you vintage classics, calypso, ska beats, reggae, roots, R&B, souls, dub, and more. It's the Sunday Food. Every Sunday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Spark FM Online.
Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information.
The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM. Come on. Spark FM.
Chick a man be ballin', deep chick pigeon toed, some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh, it's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
Vous pouvez avoir les cheveux dont vous avez toujours rêvé. Soyeux, souple, lumineux, sans glow. Le reflet de l'âme, sans glow, des cheveux sexy.
Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul. Yeah. Feel so silky smooth. Just let it shine.
Oh, don't you sing it because you know.
So
I just don't understand. When Tristan is the most quiet sitting here, that means he's looking for foolishness. Like, what is this? What is this? What are we listening to? Welcome back, Saucy and Friends in the Morning, Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. And like I said, we have an interview today of somebody I've been trying to talk to or been wanting to talk to for a very, very long time. And this is Colin, and he is Live Like a Local Tour Boston. Colin, welcome to Spark FM.
Thank you so much for having me. And I want to say congratulations for being one of the most influential people in Boston. Shout out to you, sis.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yes,
I'm influential. I've been trying to figure out what that means. So I've been trying to live my life different. Every day I wake up here like, bitch, I'm influential. I got to walk in the right path today. Can't do anything wrong.
Do right.
The pressure is on and they're watching me. Tell us what Live Like a Local Tours is.
Yes, so Live Like a Local Tours is a tour company that gives people a chance to experience the food, history, and culture of neighborhoods of color in the Boston area. So Roxbury, Dorchester, Jamaica Plain for right now, and then we're trying to move out to Hyde Park and other areas of Boston.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been doing this?
Since 2019.
Really? Yeah. And why?
Why? Because I think it's a great question. I think it's important for us to have people get out of downtown and come into the areas of color and like kind of promote those local businesses. I think it's really important for me to like be a community ambassador in that way. And I think that there aren't tours like this in the city.
There isn't.
Other than the ones that I do of these neighborhoods. So,
like there's as I'm thinking about them now, there's the Duck Tours, there's the Freedom Tour,
Right.
There's like
North End walking
the
tours.
trolleys.
What's that one that we met at the Vista Prince? It was like cannolis and cannolis and something.
Really, those are all great tours, but I think there needs to be another side.
Yes, and we need one here.
This is why this is, and these days we've been talking about this a lot. There's a lot of different groups that are seeing, probably know about the disparities already, but are seeing them and are actually making waves to change them. And they think about the marathon, how's the 26 True now, that goes through the hood. And then, and I say hood because I mean greater, urban, greater Boston, but you do the same thing. And that's really important. So what are these tours like?
So, experience in the food history and culture can look a bunch of different ways, but I think for me, this is a social justice tour. We're talking about gentrification.
Yep.
We're talking about issues of what happens, past and present, with urban renewal and with education, art and culture. And then really just as important for me to speak about my perspective as a Black man, right? Like, what does it look like to tell my story? And talk about the neighborhood that I came from. Shout out to Roxbury all day.
Big shout out to Roxbury.
Yes, sir. So that's the most popular tour, the Nubian Square tour.
And why? Why is that so popular?
Because people really, resonate with my story. I talk about how much I love my neighborhood and, how much I love being from there and what it looks like to be a Roxbury and to talk about these local figures. Right, we're talking about Melnia Cass and Ruth Batson, and other figures, of Roxbury that people don't often talk about.
Did you have to do a lot of research and studying?
A lot of Wikipedia, a lot of Wikipedia, and a lot of kind of memorizing, what it looks like to do a tour of that area. So it's a 2.5 hour tour, just the Nubian Square. It's like a half mile, but on every block there's something I can talk about.
So where do you go?
So we start at the corner of Melnia Cass and Washington Street, and then we wrap around the neighborhood. There's all these murals, there's all this architecture, right? Like there's things to talk about, and I do a lot of talking about the layered history of the area. So it's not just about the Black history, it's about the Native American history and even the Eurocentric history too, because I want to be a full tour guide. I don't want to just be the Black tour guide. I want to be somebody who can talk about the history of the neighborhood, in a way that, is intelligent, so for me, I really think that people, even if they're from Roxbury, if they're from Boston, that they should get out and try to take the tour. Yeah, because there'll be some things that you don't know. I mean, people like, oh, Nubian Square, I know that.
But see, that's the thing. People always say things like that, and I feel like even some of the things that we talk here, I literally say you learn something new every day. And just the fact that there's a tour in Boston and there's enough to tour in Roxbury, that automatically says to me, oh, there's some history there. And we know that. What's your demographic like of the people that come through there?
So it's white suburbanites for the most part. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. Yeah, so when the pandemic hit, obviously there's no tourists coming into town. And so people were trying to figure out what to do and they couldn't fly out. And so they started finding out about the tour, and they've been coming from all the suburbs, bringing their families. I've been working with schools, really trying to get the BPS on board to take it, because I think there's all these schools that surround the Roxbury area that should know about the local history.
I feel like it's a better tour than the Freedom Tour for the BPS.
That's not what I said. That's not what I said. But
that mother from
when I was
if that mother from the Timothy School had took the tour, she would have been more calm.
When I was younger, I went to after school program, Hawthorne Youth Program, ran by a lady named by the name of Sam Sad. And Sam took us everywhere. Sam took us everywhere around the city, all the museums, a lot of history in Roxbury. And as a Bostonian, I think a lot of times it goes under the rug that we're just privileged. We're privileged individuals. Not only that, because we have a lot of history here, a lot of history that goes, especially the Black history from Obama to Harriet Tubman coming up here to MLK
to
Malcolm X. It goes Crispus Attucks. The list goes on and on and on. So we're just really dope. It's really dope for kids to know that from here, because a lot of kids that from here don't even know that we have rich history like that.
They're going to schools like the William Monroe Charter School. They have no idea who William Monroe Charter is.
Exactly.
And shout out to the charter school. I'm just saying, it's things like that, where what history do you actually know about where you live, and so I really think it would be dope to be doing tours for BPS schools. And so I'm working with the external partnerships, program there. Shout out to Nika, who's really giving me a lot of support.
When do you do the tours?
So really on the weekends, I do a lot of private tours during the week though. So that's where I'm really trying to get
What's a private tour versus
so you pay privately, you say, hey, I want to do this tour specifically for my group. So I've been working with development groups, I've been working with colleges, Northeastern, BU, been working with pediatrician, residents where they're coming into town. They don't know the area, so they take it to a Roxbury to know the community that they actually serve. Well, we're entrepreneurs, right? So we have to figure out what are our markets, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So when I was, go ahead, my fault.
Someone just said, and just talking about the market, I forget where it was. Do you do self-guided audio tours similar to like a museum.
That would be a super dope idea. I would
I was
really like to get into that.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. Yeah, I would love to do that.
Expand that network, right?
Right now, I'm just trying to hold on
Yep.
and do the tours myself until I can expand and like have youth kind of do the tours. Kind of like my town to Discover Roxbury.
Yeah.
Right?
The audio
Shout out
part-
to Carolyn Crockett too for creating that. There's a lot of people who came before me that have been doing this. And so like I'm just carrying this on. I just think I'm the next generation of it.
The audio part would be dope documentation of it. It'd be
Yes.
dope to have that.
I have an educational video that I
Yeah.
can probably pull audio from
dope,
too,
dope.
so
that's
that
dope.
maybe there's QR codes, that the city can help me with around Roxbury, where they can hit the QR code
that'd be
and kind of
dope.
learn
That'd
about
be
it.
dope.
I love that.
Shout out, Tab for the city, for the
Wait,
city.
and he said it
City
here
of Boston.
first.
Here we are.
Well, Schneider said maybe does you have plans to do a AR geotags like Bixby version?
Yeah, well, pretty much like that.
Yeah, I would love to get into. I mean, because you need a team for that, and so like if anybody would like to volunteer to help a brother out with that would be great.
So let's get into that. So it's just you. Do you
It's
have
just
anybody
me.
else that is
No, just the social media team. Shout out to my social media team. And
They do
Candace and
great
Tori.
work, by the way.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I don't know where I would be without them, but
Yeah.
I don't have anybody else working for me, so I do everything from answering the calls to
you an entrepreneur.
like, for real.
You
Yeah,
was
I'm still
get
at
it from the
beginning.
mud. Yeah.
That's right.
Why touring? Have you always had like a
So yeah, a
thingy?
quick story. So I lived in New York for a while.
Okay.
I used to be an actor out there, had a bunch of odd jobs, and one of those jobs was doing a nightclub tour.
Oh.
So I kind of finagled it. I went on a Groupon. I was in New York. I didn't want to be the dude behind the velvet rope, like not getting in, right? I'm like, this is a VIP tour. I'm trying to get in, right?
Yeah.
So I saw what he was doing. He used to be a promoter, and then he started all these tours around New York City, and one of them was a nightclub tour. And I was like, yo, you should let me work for you because you're kind of introverted. You don't want to do the nice meet and greet stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, you should let me do this with you. I'll work for you for free for a month, and then after that, you should pay me.
Yeah.
And so he started paying me on Friday and Saturday nights to party with him and meet people from all over the world and all over the country.
Wow.
And so I saw his model, and then when
Yeah.
I got back to Boston, I was always thinking about I should do a tour of my
Yeah.
own, but I didn't know what that would be. But I wanted it to be different than the tours downtown,
Mhm.
right? So I was thinking food, history, and culture, make an all-inclusive experience and put it together.
So stop right there.
Mhm.
What's an all-inclusive experience?
That means that you pay for the tour, right? But
Yeah.
then anything that you get on the tour, like say snacks from the market
Yeah.
or a patty from P&R, that's all included within.
Oh, sign me up.
That's right.
For the
And we
tour.
have different packages and add-ons of breweries and distilleries as well in those neighborhoods.
So you have not only a food and culture tour, but you have a food and brew / liquor tour. What's the difference?
That's right. So, you would take the tour. You go to a local restaurant, get something to eat, and then we land at the brewery or distillery and just chill out and vibe.
Yeah.
So the thing is a lot of these distilleries and breweries are popping up in these areas in these neighborhoods, right?
Mhm.
I need to eat off that too. I'm from Roxbury. Like
Yeah,
you can't just come in
yeah.
and gentrify the area and then like I don't try to connect my business to that. No. We're
Absolutely,
not doing that.
yes.
So if you don't want to partner with me, I'm gonna partner with you anyway. You don't
Yeah.
have to be my friend. I'm coming in anyway.
Absolutely.
So
Say that.
yeah, that's a fact.
No, this sounds like a great partnership, and this along with bars would probably be so good together.
Yeah, like I said, I really want to. We should talk.
We're
Yeah,
gonna
for
talk.
sure.
We're gonna talk good because
So-
go ahead.
You're originally from New York?
No, I'm from Roxbury.
Oh, but you
Ooh, hold
were
up.
living in New York.
Oh, yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Roxbury.
You know, Boston folks get offended.
I definitely
Don't put that narrative out there. That's
I definitely did hear that. But
Yeah.
you growing up yourself, did you get a chance to experience the city, or did you learn later when you wanted to get into
later.
business?
I hated history as a kid.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't my history. They weren't teaching my history. We're talking about the Eurocentric history from the 1600s on, right? The Revolutionary War and Bunker Hill, and all of that's cool. But like, I wasn't really learning about the local Black history that existed.
Mhm.
They didn't teach us about Mel King,
Yeah.
right?
And they don't teach us about anybody. I mean, if you in Florida, you can't even read about them in the library.
That's a whole fact.
So the fact that we have a full tour here
Yeah.
that you can find out about these things is impressive and very forward.
And it's a
educational.
Black-
Yes.
It's a
and
Black-owned
delicious.
business too that
Yeah.
can be supported, and that's
Yes.
that's the thing that I think is important. They're spending money to go to the aquarium, spending
Mhm.
money to go to the Freedom Trail and stuff.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
come bring some of that support
Yeah,
back to
man.
Roxbury and circulate those dollars within communities of color, right?
On the
love that.
tour, what is probably one of your favorite places to visit or to tell people about?
I would say the Faces of Dudley mural for me because it
Okay.
encapsulates the history
Yeah.
of everything that I kind of talk about on the tour.
Mhm.
So to see those faces on the wall and be able to kind of point out and say, hey, we've talked about all of these people, and this mural kind of brings everything together.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, so I think that's one of the favorite parts of my tour. A lot of the art, shout out to all, the artists, pro-Black, Go Five Ortega, Psalms, all of these people who are making this community what it is,
Can you give us some history? Can you give us some history of
Tell us something.
Tell us some history of Silver Slipper.
Oh yeah, so Silver Slipper, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Silver Slipper, started, with Jamaicans in the 1970s, opened up this breakfast spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the greats have eaten there, all the politicians, you name it. There's been movies shot there, Ben Affleck shot movies there. That place looks like it looked in the 1970s.
Literally.
Gone Baby Gone, and I think there was another flick that they shot
Gone
there
Baby
too.
Gone was shot there?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I see it. Yeah. So, I tell them, I said, that's the Black version of Charlie's or the Black version of Mike's Diner, right? Like, so I, just to give, white people a little bit of a hey, this is our spot. Cash only, okay? Don't come in there with no card. You know what I'm saying? You ain't doing Venmo.
Give me
my money.
And the tip come in dollars.
It's so funny that you said that it looks like the same way that it did back in the day in a positive way, because somebody ripped them last week and was like, it still looks like back in the day. And we were like, we love that. That's what we love about it. But just from looking at your website, I just learned something. Roxbury originally was Roxbury, R-O-C-K.
That's right.
Berry, B-E-R-R-Y.
There's a lot of quarries in the area.
Right.
Yeah.
Roxbury for its rocky soil and the resources the land had to offer.
That's right.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So Roxbury, the Roxbury russet apple, they were apple farms. This was all farmland. Even Dorchester, that golden pear you see.
Okay, please tell us what the golden pear is.
There were pear fields all over Dorchester, and so they're kind of paying homage to that.
Let me tell you how we was Googling mad hard one day. What the hell they got that pear for there? But see, this is why people like you and your business are needed, because there is questions even from people that have been here. I got questions. Why is the pear there? Tell us about Silver Slipper. All of these things. The high schools over there, Madison is historical because it's the only technical high school in Massachusetts or something like that. So these are the kind of things that we really kind of need to know about, and we don't know about them because ain't nobody telling us about it.
Yeah.
And it's not sexy to just pull out Google and be like, tell me about Roxbury. Nobody does that.
Right. Yeah. Which keeps me in business.
Yes, exactly.
I love that. We were born and raised in the Boston, Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan. Well, we've South End and Dorchester is where we were raised. But I love when we go on these tours. We did a duck tour one time, and learn so much about Boston that we did not know. Mm-hmm. So to do your tour and to learn about specifically where we live, Roxbury, Dorchester, Mattapan, High Park. You said Jamaica Plain is going to be so interesting.
Yeah, and I think it's important for people to explore all the tours, right? Because we got to stop telling one part of the story.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. That's the whole thing. Is the history-wise, we're only telling one part of the story. We're glorifying the Eurocentric history, but we're not talking about any of the Black history. Right. That's not happening. This Afro-American museum downtown on Joy Street, which I got a chance to go to a couple months ago, that I really enjoyed. Just kind of learning about that in the Abdel School, first school of color in the country. So
the whole Freedom Trail down there.
All of that history is important, and I'm just trying to connect all of it and be able to tell a different story from a different narrative.
So you have 4 different tours. You have the Nubian Square tour. Explore the history of Roxbury's Nubian Square and grab a bite to eat from a local food establishment. The Roxbury Food and Liquor Tour. Oh, it's different. Explore a Roxbury history, a bite from a local establishment, and a cocktail. What's the difference between?
So you get the Nubian Square tour on all the Roxbury tours, right?
Okay.
But the add-on is the brewery and the distillery, right? So you choose whether you want to go to a brewery at the end or you want to go to a distillery at the end.
Okay.
And then you can choose some of the restaurants that are along Dudley Street. Shout out to P&R and Suya Joint, Maxino and St. James, Nos Casa. All of those people along that route. It's all really geographical for me. What is here? Merengue, you name it.
Yes.
So there's a lot going on. There's a lot that I want to expand to as well. I don't know how favorable this is, but I would love to start doing cannabis tours as well.
Hey,
that's a fact. Hey, I don't know how favorable it is. I'm sorry. I'm just saying there are dispensaries of color that
we
need to be supported.
Talk.
That's all.
We gotta definitely talk because we
whoever partakes in that.
It's us.
I'm not.
It's this audience. They partake. These we are very cannabis friendly here, but I say be quiet because we gonna talk about that one. And then you have the JP Food and Brew Tour. And then you have the Dorchester Food and Brew Tour. So that explores Dorchester, Uplands Corner, and get a bite from a local restaurant. And the JP is exploring, obviously, Jamaica Plains. Blaine's brewery history. Oh yeah, because
there's all the breweries,
back
on
there.
Tenor Street.
Yeah.
There were 27 out of 31 breweries that were out here are along Columbus Avenue in the Southwest Corridor.
Really?
Yeah. And so did we go in from the brewery history, and then we start talking about the Latinx culture that's been there since the 1950s, 60s.
Yeah.
Right. So as you start talking about that, I think the goal is like in each of these neighborhoods, you know, there is an ethnicity or people who have been taken over. So the epicenter of Black culture is obviously Nubian Square. We have the Latinx culture in Hyde Square, and then Uplands Corner, there's a lot of Cape Verdean history and culture that needs to be talked about when they came in the 70s, right?
And I see you earlier. You said you want to move into Hyde Park. There's a lot of Black businesses. There's a lot of history.
So Park 54 is one of my favorite spots. Shout out to Tasha.
Right there on that
all the time.
street.
I just saw the fight there the other night. The vibe is so dope. I love having a DJ.
Fairmont Street has so many Black businesses.
Zaz
right in that
BIPOC business.
Yeah, shout out to Zaz too.
Rincon, Delicia's.
Lot of Haitian, you know, culture there as well.
Right there.
The Cold Pot is over there too. You know, so
the Cold Pot. Yeah.
My job is to kind of spend money in all these communities and figure out what spots are going to work for me to kind of support. And right now, you know, like I'm just trying to figure out how to expand because I really want to support all 23 cities if I could. You know?
How many tours would you say you've done so far?
Oh man, at least over 100 tours.
Really?
Yeah, definitely over 100 tours since 2019.
Does it ever get?
It gets.
Do you have maybe if
it's
you have
tiring.
like 15 in a day or something like 15?
No, I wish. No, I can only do 2.
Okay.
Like, because you know, like
you said 2 hours each.
Yeah, I'm talking for 2 to 2.5 hours, right?
Wow, yeah.
So you're expending a lot of mental energy on those tours, right? So like I can only do 2. That's probably my max per day.
And how many people? Because I see that there's a minimum for the amount of people that can go on the tour. So I'm trying to curate one for us.
So it's a 5-person. Because I can't do less than 5. Like I'm not gonna.
Right.
I'm still a businessman. So like, and although I want everybody to do the tour, I can't do 2.
You got to make it worth your while.
Yeah, I gotta make it. So the max I've done is probably about 40 people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I clicked something and I got a little block here. I see something about MV.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's something that's
okay.
I'll tell you a little bit about
because
that.
I'm all up in your website, so I was like, "What?
Okay,
what's this?"
Yeah. So what I'm doing is shout out to India Rose. She's doing she's the MV Black Business Directory on Martha's
Vineyard. Yeah.
Yes. So she called me a couple of months ago, and she was like, "Hey, I really like to work with you to bring people out before it gets crazy on the vineyard."
Yes.
And so I started talking with Beckma, and Ujima Project about what does it look like for us to do a tour.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go out there and kind of like go to Vineyard Haven and go to some of the local businesses.
Rope us in. Beckma, Ujima, Spark FM.
Shout out to Ujima. Yes. So we're working. That's May 20th.
May 20th.
Yeah. So we got 50 tickets. We got 50 tickets. So we're really trying to get.
You already sold them, or you?
No. We're just getting it going. You threw it out there. I'm like, all right. So
because I seen it, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah. I clicked on that and got blocked too.
It's really gonna be because it's not done yet. But the African American Heritage Trail is out there. People don't know there's a tour of Oak Bluffs. There's all this Black and Native American history that's in the area.
Something going on soon.
I know Lightworks does a lot of stuff out there. They
Lightworks does July 4th.
Yes.
But there is something that's coming up soon that I was just seeing something for. It's Juneteenth.
Oh,
they're doing a big Juneteenth out there, and obviously in June. But yeah, we in that.
Yeah,
we going to Martha's Vineyard.
So I would love to have y'all. That would be super dope. Yeah. So and that's the thing with Beckman, it's the Black Economic Council of Massachusetts, and they're trying to get out to, the Cape and the islands. And I thought this would be a great start because they were planning to do that anyway. Yeah. And I just kind of was talking to Nicole and everybody about it. Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's how you got to do. You got to find these little pockets of opportunity and
supporting
jump
Black
right
businesses
in
throughout it. From the transportation to get from Nubian Square out to Woods Hole. And as soon as we get on the island, everything is blackity black. So
is it the all black ferry?
Oh, we don't own any of those as far as I know.
We're going to have to go the other side.
We don't own a ferry yet. But when we do, we're going to support that too.
Yeah, I'm going to do one. I'm going to get me a yacht. I'm going to get me a ferry. Then we're going to do the tours on the ferry.
I love
Spark the ferry. No, okay, this is awesome. I'm really excited. So you usually do them on the weekends?
Yes, and then I do
Saturdays,
private
Sundays.
tours,
Yeah.
from Monday, to Thursday.
We gonna get 5.
Yeah,
and we
for
gonna come
sure.
do a tour.
We're gonna get more than 5.
Yeah, no, I thought I was only thinking like Javi and no, but we're gonna.
So really quickly too, I wanted to invite you guys. I'm also doing some consulting
Oh,
work
yes,
as well. Yeah,
yes.
for a program called White Snake Projects. It's a nonprofit activist program.
Mhm.
And what we wanted to do, they wanted to do, is get ingratiated to community. So they hired me as a consultant to kind of connect with the community members in local organizations and nonprofits, right? And so what we're doing on Friday is we're having a whole show where all these local nonprofits, that have to do with arts and culture, are going to perform on one stage. We'll have it's at
When is it
Hibernian
gonna be?
Hall.
Hibernian
Yeah,
Hall.
it's at Hibernian
This
Hall. I
Friday.
want you guys to be my VIP guests. It starts at 5:30. And so you guys come in and chill. We got all local restaurants. We got Suya Joint. We got Rock City Pizza. White Line Brewing.
Yes.
Urban Grapes. So we got a lot of people.
Super black.
Yes. Liz is gonna, support us. We got Councilor TFA, the Worrell brothers.
Yep.
Everybody's coming through and just
Say
to really
less.
support the
We
community.
already have it on the calendar.
Yeah, we
Yes,
have it.
please,
we made
please
Shay
do.
put it
We'd
on
love
the
to have you
calendar.
guys. And I should have hollered at you guys about this earlier, but just
Hey, you're an entrepreneur. Shit don't know
I
what's
got-
about to go. Don't always go the way that you plan it in your head.
Yes.
No, but we'll be there. I think that would be really dope. We obviously love to connect with businesses, especially the Black businesses, and help amplify it. So I know that you sent us some stuff. We'll promote it just to make sure that people come out. This is a great opportunity. It's a Friday. It's at 5:30, right after you get off of work.
No, that's just for you. You're VIP.
Oh.
Okay, so the doors open around 6:30
For
everybody
y'all,
else.
other folks, the
Let's
doors
just be
open at
clear.
6. Don't come
Sorry,
in
Danielle,
early.
and this crew gets to be VIP.
Y'all got to come later on in the day.
That's why I'm the this emoji all the time.
Because we gonna be we gotta be there early.
Yes,
Because
yes,
us,
yes.
we gotta be there early. The rest of y'all can come a little later. You got time.
Y'all are still special too.
You still
Thank
special,
you.
but not
Thank
as
you.
special as us. Let me stop. No, but Colin, thank you. I
Thank
really
you.
do appreciate what you do just for this city. I'm obviously a big Boston fan. So when people from Boston do great things for Boston, it just makes me want to support you guys even more. And like I said, this is an interview that I've wanted for a very long time because I was like, yo, this
Shout
is
out
cool.
to us, man, for breaking barriers, though. What you're
Absolutely.
doing in radio is absolutely
Thank
amazing.
you.
Shout out to E for All for supporting
Absolutely.
us. Right. And so
Yes.
just for us
Big
to
shout
be
out to
working
E for All.
together. Yes, for
Yeah.
sure. So I
Yeah.
just appreciate you and I appreciate you guys for the platform.
And we
Thank you.
will, y'all will see us working a lot more to get bars. Okay.
Yes, yeah.
We need you. And especially Hyde Park. We'll talk about that.
Yes, for sure. Thank y'all so much.
And all of it. All right. We'll be right back after a few moments. Keep it locked right here. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM. Log on to sparkfmonline.com.
Boston and surrounding communities. Boston Lesbi Gay Urban Foundation and Fenway Health Center is coming to inform you on how important it is to protect yourself from COVID-19. Let's get vaccinated. Let's encourage our loved ones and community friends and family to get boosted. Getting a COVID shot and a booster shot will help save more lives. Guess what? If you receive a vaccination, Blue will give you a one-day pass to any Urban Pride event, July 1st to July 3rd, 2023. To get connected to a health center near you, email info@lesbiagayurbanfoundation.org or visit the CDC website to learn more.
Yamba Market. Visit the first Black-owned dispensary in Cambridge. Yamba Market's mission is to participate authentically in building a socially restorative adult cannabis market in Massachusetts and beyond. Their commitment to the Yamba family is to provide an inclusive and exemplary experience focused on a broad selection of unique strains, quality products, and customer journey. Open from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. every day. 580 Mass Avenue, Central Square, Cambridge, Massachusetts. Registration at yambamarket.com.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time home buyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, home ownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-Made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Moonbox Productions is thrilled to present The House of Ramon Iglesia by Jose Rivera. Directed by Arthur Gomez, The House of Ramon Iglesia opens April 14th and runs through April 30th at the Mosesian Center for Arts in Watertown. A poignant play about Americanized son's torturous efforts to break away from his immigrant parents. A break that can't be made until he accepts the ethnic heritage he spent his life trying to suppress. Tickets are $55 for general admission, $45 for seniors, and $20 for student rush half hour prior to performance, and are available at www.mosesianarts.org. Pay what you can. Tickets are available at the door.
JP Morgan Chase is making a global commitment to break down barriers to drive inclusive economic growth all over the world. We believe there is a pressing need to help more people move up the economic ladder. That is why we are investing in communities and people to create an economy that works for all, because no community should be left behind. Right here in Boston, we're focusing that work in Dorchester, Roxbury, and Mattapan, among other neighborhoods, on improving financial health. These efforts aim to address the key drivers of the racial wealth divide head-on. We're here to empower individuals, families, and small businesses by connecting them to the tools that build generational wealth and a long-lasting legacy. Chase is investing in Boston. Chase is investing in you. Visit us at the Mattapan branch at 1617 Blue Hill Avenue, where the team is waiting to help.
The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM. Come on. Spark FM.
Chick a man be ballin', deep chick pigeon toes, some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh, gosh. It's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
Spark FM. Spark FM. Ooh, what's this sexy song? Oi. Oh, yes. Oh, boom, 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 boom. What song is this? I know this song.
Gotta leave it the wine and get him. That much. Never heard it on Uber Soca Cruise and wanted to get him.
Never heard it. Wow.
Never.
That's a big song.
It is.
I told you what we did here on Uber Soca Cruise, though. Jumping palance.
And bing, bada, bing, bing, bada, bing, bing, bada, bing, bada, bing, bada, bing. Over and over and over.
I like that song, too. It's time for our national and world news. Miss Tony, ¿qué pasó?
Well, frick. Sneakers. Okay? Forget you. Whatever. Tobacco companies pay over $600 million to settle an alleged.
Tobacco companies still getting sued? I thought that they had done all of what did they do?
They settle alleged sanctions violations with North Korea. North Korea. Over $600 million they ended up having to pay. Two tobacco companies have agreed to pay over $600 million to U.S. authorities over allegations that the companies were selling tobacco products to North Korea in violation of U.S. sanctions. The agreement was simultaneously announced with criminal charges against the two companies for North Korean sanctions violations, conspiracy to commit bank fraud, and conspiracy to violate International Emergency Economic Powers Act. Sheesh. Not quite sure what all that means, but that's awful, right? Yeah, $600 million. That's a lot. Damn, this person has a good arm. They might have missed their calling. Seems like every rock lands. A Colorado rock throwing victim speaks out as police search for a suspect in a deadly spree. Nobody should lose their child for a random act. It's heartbreaking. So one of at least 7 victims of rock throwing incidents in Colorado, the last of which took the life of a 20-year-old woman, is sharing his story. Nathan Tipton, a Lyft and Uber driver, had just finished driving a customer around at 10:15 p.m. Wednesday. He was driving southbound on Highway 93 and heard the sound of a shotgun blast, he told reporters on Tuesday. The sound scared the heck out of me. He pulled over and then thought it was just wind damage, so I continued home. As Tipton drove, he said he spoke on the phone to his wife, and she mentioned that the news was reporting that a woman was killed by a rock that struck her car. Tipton then took a closer look at the driver's side sliding glass door of his Chrysler minivan and said he saw both windows got shattered out from what I imagine was a rock hitting my window. Apparently, somebody in Colorado has been throwing rocks. One of the rocks was thrown about 30 minutes after Tipton's truck was struck around 10:45 p.m. 20-year-old Alexa Patel was driving when someone threw a large rock through her windshield, hitting and killing her.
Jesus Christ. Like, what makes, again, I'm assuming a kid did it, because I can't picture an adult picking up a rock and being like, let me throw this in the middle of the highway.
Well, they have no idea who's done it. They're still looking for whatever. They said the guy advised
targeted all on the same night.
Give this family some closure on what has happened to their daughter. They didn't deserve to have their daughter taken away. The suspect's car may have been a light-colored pickup truck or SUV. The officer said a $17,000 reward has been offered for information and anyone with information.
Do you think that maybe the person doesn't know?
You know, there's always these cases that we hear about all the time about these kids who are just doing reckless stuff, throwing rocks. I remember there were some kids who were here in Massachusetts that were dropping rocks from an overpass onto oncoming cars, or kids shooting BB guns at people and all of this foolishness. They don't realize that you can take a life. And in this case, a life was taken. And so, you know, are they going to turn themselves in? Are they mature enough in their brain to be like, I did something really, really bad, I should do this? Or are they going to be really, really scared about what they did?
It's probably one of them situations where they're like, oh no, I'm taking this to the grave and going to suffer from it internally for the rest of their lives and become even worser people.
Crazy. It's
That's
awful.
terrible.
Awful. California man climbs up a local news tower in Hollywood holding a free Billie Eilish sign. I'm going to save them. The Los Angeles Police Department is calling the man a protester, but it's unclear what he was protesting. Authorities are responding to a person who climbed atop the KTLA radio tower in Los Angeles, sitting precariously on the ledge and holding a free Billie Eilish sign. According to the Los Angeles Police Department, officers first received a call about the man around 6:30 p.m. on Tuesday, April 25th, after a bystander noticed the unidentified man holding a handwritten sign in one hand and an electric guitar in the other.
An electric guitar.
Electric guitar.
All right.
The man was sitting approximately 30 feet on the narrow ledge of KTLA digital sign, holding the sign demanding for the pop singer's release. Is she arrested? Is she being held? Is anything wrong with Billie Eilish?
I don't think anything had happened to Billie Eilish.
Authorities are calling the man a protester, but it is unclear what he's protesting. It's unclear how he even got up onto the ledge, but he did. He's all the way up there. Look at him. Look at him just up there.
Hanging out.
His sign. On the other side,
it must piss the fire people off, because it'd be like, you know what? There's people dying in a fire building, in a fiery building, and you up here holding a guitar and a free Billie Eilish just on the top of this. Why'd you go
get
there?
all them things up there on top of that little ledge and balance?
Very good.
Give him a job in Cirque du Soleil. He's amazing.
Absolutely.
Do you guys remember one time there was a guy that was on the Linway that was sleeping up there for a couple of days? On a billboard.
No,
I don't remember, because that's where I went to school. We used to drive by there every day, and he was staying on the side. Yeah, we wave to him and everything. He used to stay up there for like 3 days.
That's crazy. The other side of the sign said MK Ultra Sex Slaves Donald Marshall clones.
Ooh. What,
sir? Sir, what the hell is going on here? So anyways, LA is a wild place. Go to LA. It's fun. There is a new Barbie doll. Oh, yes. This story. Thank you for putting that in here. So the Idaho murders. You know, the 4 students that got murdered in Idaho.
They got
slayed in Idaho. So the attorneys for the Idaho murder suspect want a surviving roommate to testify, and she is resisting the effort. They want her to testify on his behalf, because her testimony may be able to clear him of being charged. And she's like, hell. Yeah.
Wait. Say it again to me right now in my face.
They want her to testify for the
defense.
Yes,
wants her to testify
on his behalf.
Yeah,
because her testimony may be able to clear him. That's what they want her to do.
So you want the girl who survived all of her roommates being killed to testify on the behalf of said killer?
Yeah. One of the surviving roommates in a stabbing attack that left 4 University of Idaho students dead is being asked by the suspect, Brian Koberger's attorneys, to testify in his upcoming preliminary hearing, a demand she is resisting. Yeah. Koberger's attorneys are asking a Nevada court to compel Bethany Funky. Is it Funky? Funky?
We like the funk.
Yeah.
Starting with strands of hair, they found multiple
Search warrant officers used to search the home and office of Brian Koberger.
In late June, Magistrate Judge Megan Marshall is set to preside over that hearing in Moscow, Idaho.
He's got a clip.
Yes.
Let's see
Ms.
it.
Veronica Miracle joins us now for more on what officials say they found. What have you learned about the evidence collected?
Well, Anderson, police cast a very wide net in terms of what they were looking for, and they found more than a dozen items that appear to be very significant in this case inside of Brian Koberger's apartment. Starting with strands of hair, they found multiple strands of hair, including a possible animal hair. And we know this is important because according to that affidavit, Kaylee Gonsalves's dog was home at the time of the murders. They were also looking for blood and bodily fluids, and they were able to collect a dark red spot as well as 2 reddish brown stains from a pillow and 2 mattress covers with multiple stains. And another item they were looking for is clothing. That surviving roommate who was home during the time of the attacks, according to the affidavit, saw the suspect walked past her in dark clothing from head to toe, as well as a mask that covered the nose and the face. And while police didn't find clothing that they removed from the apartment, they did find a Walmart receipt with a Dickies tag, as well as 2 Marshall's receipts and 1 nitrite type black glove. That's like a medical glove. What they did not find inside this apartment was a murder weapon. That still has not been recovered, Anderson.
And we know from the warrant, investigators were interested in his internet searches. What were they hoping to find?
They wanted to see if Brian Koberger had done any kind of searching around the victims, the house, the neighborhood, or anything around possibly how to murder someone, how to assault, how to cut somebody. They also wanted to know if he looked into data around how to go undetected after committing a crime. They were able to extract a Fire TV stick and cord, as well as a computer tower. But what kind of data was on those devices, that was not revealed.
Schneider wants to know, why did they take the fire stick if it got nothing to do with the killings? Was he watching How to Get Away with Murder?
And my other thing is, it's a damn shame where you got to look at somebody's Google history to see if they completed, like the dude who killed his wife. How do you kill a 5-foot woman? How do you kill my wife? How do I dismember my wife's body that I just finished killing last night at 9 p.m.?
Exactly. Specific.
How do I lie to the police to tell them I did not kill my wife, but I actually did kill my wife?
Is this internet search going to be a part of the investigation for how I killed my wife? Freaking idiot. Anyhow, so
this one seems very in his right mind. He seems like he's just a deviant devil, and like none of his pictures even look like he's a little bit remorseful. He looks like, yeah, I killed him.
Yeah.
I did it.
I don't know. Melatonin gummies may have a higher dose than what's on the label.
Oh, good.
So that sorry. No, because people are giving them to their kids.
Oh,
Researchers concluded 22 of 25 gummy supplements were inaccurately labeled and often contained more melatonin than advised. People be in comas. The chewy melatonin gummies that many people take before bedtime to promote sleep may contain far more hormone than it's printed on the label. The findings, published by a letter from JAMA, J-A-M-A, I like that name, followed a government report last year about a surge in excessive pediatric ingestions of melatonin over the past decade. The new research included a warning to parents that giving the gummies to children could result in ingestion of unpredictable quantities of the hormone. The researchers from Cambridge Health Alliance and the University of Mississippi tested 25 supplements of melatonin, a hormone that is naturally produced in the body and released by the brain. Among the findings, most of the products contained 20, 30, or 50% more in one case than the quantity listed on the label. 4 products had less melatonin than promised. Of the 25 products tested, 22 were inaccurately labeled, and 5 of the products listed cannabinoid oil, CBD, as a ingredient, and the researchers found all of them had slightly higher levels of CBD than indicated on the label. That's why them babies is sleeping.
They're sleeping
so
well.
good.
The babies are
So
sleeping. We're like, oh, this child been sleeping for about 12 hours.
My friend
Golly.
said her child used to come to her at 8 o'clock every night and was like, "Can I have my candies?" And that baby take them 2 gummies and be knocked out till 8 o'clock next morning. 12 hours, baby, knocked out.
That's nice.
No,
That is nice.
That yesterday, Eden was all irritable. And Maya came to me and was like, "Here, give her these 3 little tablets." And I was like, we're giving the baby pills. I popped them in her mouth. She was knocked out in like 3 seconds. And I was like, "Yo, is this baby pill popping? What the hell is that? What did y'all give her?"
What's the dose on that?
I don't know what it was. It was 3 little tablets. They melted in her mouth. She was like, knocked.
I love it.
I was like, "Yo, why
How
didn't
come
they have these
exactly
back in the day when
That's
I
the
needed
problem.
them?"
They didn't have these back in the day.
Man, I don't know, but that baby. Anyhow, that's melatonin. Listen, I got me a good spray from Yamba Market. It's a melatonin spray, and it might got a little THC in it, which I think is like, how does that work?
Would it have a little
THC with melatonin? I don't know. You get a little high, you be knocked out in 15
Super
seconds.
high.
You spray it under your tongue like that, and hold your
How
tongue
it go?
up,
How you spray it?
and then you hold your tongue for 10 seconds. You're knocked out in about 5 minutes. Knocked. That was the best sleep. I had dreams. It was lucid dreams.
Lucid dreams.
Lucid dreams.
Shut
And
up.
in great news, Barbie doll. There's a new Barbie, a Down syndrome Barbie.
I think that's adorable.
Barbie doll with Down syndrome is launched by Mattel. There's been a lot of comments about this because she doesn't quite look Down syndrome. She looks a little different.
Yeah.
But she doesn't have, the Down syndrome
distinguished,
features.
yeah.
Somebody said, I can't see the chromosome in her face. But anyway, the firm partnered with the U.S. charity and medical experts to create part of most diverse and inclusive doll line. Barbie is launching its first doll with Down syndrome in an effort to help more children find a toy that represents them. A lot of the other comments that I read too was that this dress that they have on her is very frumpy. They're like, why can't she have the same Barbie clothes that Barbie wears? Things like that. She does have leg braces as well. Mattel bosses said they wanted to bring out a doll to enable all children to see themselves in Barbie. They partnered with the National Down Syndrome Society in the U.S. to bring the product to market. The move was welcomed by charities, with Carol Boyes, chief executive of the UK's Down Syndrome Association, saying children in our community will be able to play with a doll that represents them. Ellie Goldstein, a British model with Down syndrome who has appeared in a campaign with the new Barbie, said she was so happy to see the new doll. She added, "Diversity is important to me, as people need to see more people like me out in the world, not to be hidden away." Mattel it consulted with the NDSS and medical professionals to inform the design process, introducing a new face and body sculpt to be more illustrative of women with Down syndrome, including a shorter frame and a longer torso. So
But
that's something I did not.
Have they spoken to the community? Like, do they agree with it? Because
So-
I see it, I guess, but I'm not.
I think she looks different, but I don't think she looks like she
I don't
has-
think she looks like
think she
I
looks like a
look
little
like
Down
the little
syndrome.
kids would see her and be like, oh, she looks
she
like
looks like me. No. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, shout out, kudos to Barbie for trying to be more
I
inclusive.
agree, yeah.
They've come out with plus size Barbie dolls and different kind of Barbie dolls. I think there's a Barbie doll in a wheelchair and things like that, which is really, really nice. I think there's a little. This could have been executed a little bit.
tried.
A little
ugly ass dress though. So.
That dress is horrible.
That dress is very frumpy. It looks like a muumuu.
Yeah. So it'll be on pre-order on Tuesday from stores, and the doll is part of the Barbie Fashionistas line, which was launched in 2022. It also features a Barbie with a prosthetic leg, Barbie who uses a wheelchair.
And why did they give her braces on her leg? Is that typical? I know a lot of that don't
why
have
she got her
braces.
wig like that for? That's like an old 70s wig.
Yeah, that they definitely changed the hair. It says the doll's pink pendant necklace with 3 upward chevrons represents the 3 copies of the 21st chromosome, which is the genetic material that causes the characteristics associated with the condition. The chevrons also, or arrows, represent the lucky few who have someone with Down syndrome in their life.
Yeah, I feel like the necklace is more so the clencher for this. But good.
Also, the dress, the doll's puff sleeve dress pattern features butterflies in yellow and blue colors, which are symbols associated with Down syndrome awareness. Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Okay, all right. Okay.
I see what they did there.
Still ugly, but
Okay, yeah.
Look good. Yeah. That is the national news for today.
All right. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. Good commercial break, and we'll be right back again with our entertainment news.
Yes.
Keep it locked right here, Spark FM Online.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz. Turn it on. Turn it up.
Is SparkFMOnline.com.
How healthy is your heart? Believe it or not, half of the country has at least one risk factor for cardiovascular disease. Hi, I'm Senator Liz Miranda from Massachusetts. February is American Heart Month, a perfect time to focus on our overall health and well-being. It is important to know that high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and smoking increase the risk of heart disease. But did you know women, rural Americans, and racial and ethnic groups are also disproportionately impacted? While not all of these factors are controllable, we can take preventable steps to stay healthy. Regular exercise, eating a balanced diet, and not smoking are a good place to start. Make an appointment with your healthcare provider today to assess your risk. If you have heart disease, monitor your blood pressure and keep up with your healthcare visits. For more, visit womeningovernment.org.
Finally Home is a must-read step-by-step guide that will equip any first-time homebuyer with the knowledge they need to confidently make informed decisions. This book provides answers in simple and clear terms to most, if not all, of the questions you may have about credit, homeownership, and generational wealth. Finally Home equips the reader with the confidence to be engaged with the home buying process without feeling vulnerable or exploited. Tailor-Made Real Estate Easy is not just a catchy hashtag. It is real estate agent and radio personality Taylor Andre's goal. A goal to simplify one of the most challenging processes you will go through as an adult. A goal to educate you properly on credit and teach you the strategies to finding the home of your dream. It is not just a good book or an easy read. It is the secret to a seamless home buying experience.
Massive It's the Sunday Food with Father John and Trini Tech. Every Sunday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Playing you vintage classics, calypso, ska beats, reggae, roots, R&B, souls, dub, and more. It's the Sunday Food. Every Sunday, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Spark FM Online.
Advertise your business, brand, or music on Spark FM. Contact us at sparkfmonline.com for more information.
The all-new Spark FM. Spark FM. Come on. Spark FM.
Chick a man be ballin', these chicks pigeon toed, some of them be crawling.
Spark FM.
Oh gosh, it's me again.
New England's #1 urban Caribbean music. Radio. Spark FM.
What the psychopath? What? Big scream out. Spark FM Online. Urban and Caribbean music. Is time for our entertainment news as we wind down to our last half an hour of our programming. Harry Belafonte, activist and entertainer, dies at the ripe age of 96 years old. That man lived a long life. He lived such a long life.
And did so many things and
Bella-
saw so much.
Belafonte died of congestive heart failure at his New York home. His wife, Pamela, by his side, says publicist Ken Sunshine. With his glowing, handsome face and silky, husky voice, Belafonte is one of the first Black performers to gain a wide following on film and to sell 1 million records as a singer. Many still know him for his signature hit "Banana Boat" song, and it's called it's called of Dale. He said Dale.
Daylight come and me want go home.
But he forged a greater legacy once he scaled back his performing career in the 1960s and lived out his hero Paul Robinson's decree that artists are gatekeepers of truth. Belafonte stands as the model and the epitome of the celebrity activist. Few kept up with his time and commitment, and none his stature as a meeting point among Hollywood, Washington, and the civil rights movement. It is a very long biography here, so I will not get into the rest of it. But rest in peace to our dear Harry Belafonte, who lived to the age of 96
drop some spark
years
bombs
old.
on for Harry
Yes,
Belafonte.
sparks. Drop some sparks.
That wasn't it.
Oh,
There you go.
that one. I like the other one. Tyrese held in contempt of court. He is made to pay $636K for child support and alimony. What more do you want from me? They got it now, brother. They got it now. The judge Tyrese publicly called out before his child custody hearing is ordering him to pay fork over nearly $250,000 to his ex-wife and almost $400,000 to her attorney. You got to be quiet before they tell you what you got to pay. Can't go on there calling out the judge and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The actor-singer was in Fulton County Court Tuesday to deal with the ongoing child support battle with Samantha Lee Gibson. The main issue being Tyrese refusing to pay the $10,000 per month he was ordered to pay last August because he felt the judge was racist and biased against him. That don't got nothing to do with your child, though.
Exactly.
Also, as he stated on the stand today, Tyrese feels the $10K is excessive. He claims Samantha doesn't need that much because she makes good money on her own. Leading up to today's hearing, Tyrese ripped Judge Kevin Farmer in a video calling out people like civil rights attorney Ben Crump and Martin Luther King III to show up. Martin Luther King III to show up in court to support him in his fight against the judge. They weren't there. Inside court, the judge fired back at Tyrese for his failure to cough up the money he'd been ordered to pay and held him in contempt of court. He could have been arrested, but the judge cut him a break. Well, aside from the staggering amounts of money he's got to pay now, Tyrese was ordered to pay a total of $237,944 in back child support for their daughter, Soraya, and $399,000 for Samantha's attorney's fees. He also has to foot a $17,000 bill for the special master, a referee of sorts appointed by the judge to handle minor disputes during the case.
We also
we're hoping to accomplish shedding light on Samantha Gibson making well over $100,000 a year outside of what I make per year, and the necessary needs of the actual child are beyond met.
I understand. And you're aware that if you pay these amounts and then the Court of Appeals reverses it, you don't get your money back.
I am well aware of it.
All right. Do you want the court to consider you paying it into a bond so that in the event, whatever the court rules, no one is prejudiced?
I would want to know more about what this means as far as a bond, but if I could position myself to show any intentionality to do that, if that's the final outcome, then
Tyrese, get it together.
Play this.
What more do you want from me?
out.
See, sometimes you got to just pay the money. Sometimes you got to just pay the money because I would be pissed that I had to pay for her lawyers. I would be very upset in my heart. And I feel like that's what, I don't know, some of these rich celebrity people who got to pay all this child support, you worried about the mother not making no money. Yes, put it in a trust that you got to pay into and the child can't get it until it's 18 or something like that. But, like all this fighting back and forth, you got this lady all up in court and you got to pay for her lawyer bills and your lawyer bills and the back child support. Bro, he's taking L after L after L.
Just try to be cordial with each other.
Well, this is what she says. Samantha's attorney, Adam Glenkin, said all she wants to do is co-parent their daughter, follow the court orders, and move forward in peace. Yeah, she sounds like a lady who just won a lot of money.
It says his net worth is $6 million.
But I mean that what he owes now is about about $500,000 that he has to give.
Just pay that million.
Yeah, he just got to pay. He just got to pay the money.
Do one movie, brother. Do one more.
Yeah, pay her off, and then just and then you set up a little bank account with your children.
He get them checks, and he want to go stun out with all them people.
Yeah, I agree, Hollywood. AP. He don't got good lawyers because that don't make no sense. That don't make no. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot of $10,000 a month.
Do he got that?
I don't know, but $10,000 a month is a lot.
He's supposed to have that. That's nothing to him.
That's six. He said his net worth is $6 million.
That's the cost of his.
That's from these movies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do one more movie, bro. Do one more bad movie.
50 Cent mocks Irv Gotti amid Nelly and Ashanti dating rumors. So is Nelly and Ashanti dating or not? 50 Cent has reignited his old animus for Irv Gotti following rumors that Nelly and Ashanti may be back on again after so many years apart. On Monday, the G-Unit mogul took to Instagram to share a video of the former lovers sharing a steamy moment on stage at Tao Beach in Las Vegas. Fifth posted the video next to a picture of Irv looking a little worse for wear, implying that Murder Inc. co-founder was shell-shocked following the rumors about Nelly and Ashanti's romantic reunion. Man, somebody check on Irv Gotti ASAP, he wrote in the photo. No, he going through it right now. He will be all right. Laughing face emojis. He wrote in the caption, I was in love with her and she just popped up with Nelly. LOL.
Terrible.
50 and Irv Gotti has been on odds since 1999. After Irv's longtime friend and artist Ja Rule was robbed for his chain at gunpoint in Southside Jamaica, Queens, while he was filming a music video allegedly by associate of 50 Cent. Ja saw me in the club with the kid who robbed him. Fifth claims in his 2005 biography, From Pieces to Weight. I went over to say what's up to Ja, and he acted like he had a problem with me, but I'm not the one who robbed him. Ja Rule was since confirmed the robbery took place, but he denies he ever saw 50 Cent with the robber.
Do you think that Irv Gotti cares
about Ashanti?
Yeah, like now still.
Nah.
I don't know if he cares, but it's funny because of all the hoopla that he just put her through and telling all their business.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it's fair game for them to make fun of him in this situation because he went on there and he made himself look like he wasn't over it after that many years. Yeah. So now when the two of them are together, we gonna ride that. Definitely gonna ride that way. Yeah. Let's see what else we got here. 50 Cent slams Praz for admitting he was an FBI informant. I knew this fool was a rat. Praz from
Fugees.
Yeah. He's an informant?
He got paid $20 million to, be an informant.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that why he broke up with
and it was for the dude. The dude that they're looking for that's still on the run that took all the money from
Big Meech
from I think it's Indonesia. He took all the money from
Jeff
Lowe. Jeff Lowe, that's his name.
Jeff Lowe Dollar, Creflo Dollar.
No, Jeff Lowe. Jeff Lowe, the guy.
50 Cent. Let me see what it says.
I don't know.
50 Cent has offered his reaction to the Fugees' Praz Mikhail taking the stand in his federal conspiracy trial and admitting he was an FBI informant. I knew this fool was a rat, Fifth wrote in a post shared on Instagram alongside a headline about Praz's admission. I'm glad I never effed with this guy. 50 Cent got time on his hands these days, doesn't he? He's on Instagram.
That time today.
50 Cent's reaction comes amid Praz's federal conspiracy trial in which he's facing up to 22 years for his alleged involvement in a money laundering scheme and his association with a foreign country attempting to influence the U.S. government. Praz?
Mm-hmm.
This is what Praz, instead of singing the songs, you out here doing the most. Every time I make a
superstar.
Oh,
That's
didn't he have one too?
Ghetto Superstar is Praz.
Yes.
No dirty bastard.
That is what you are. Him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes, that is what you are. That is the one.
He's one of the many people at the center of the case against Malaysian financier Zhao Lo. Zhou Lo, a Malaysian fugitive wanted for his connection to the first Malaysia development Berhad scandal. Through Lo, Praz contributed to both Barack Obama's 2012 campaign and Donald Trump's 2016 campaign. Is this what Praz has been doing? Politicizing? Let me read some more. Praz agreed to testify in his own defense.
Because what happened to him? He just disappeared.
Praz agreed to testify in his own defense, and he admitted that he met with federal agents to assist with China's attempts to extradite dissident billionaire Zhao Wengui, who fled to the U.S. in 2014 after he was announced he was facing charges of bribery, money laundering, fraud, and rape in China. I took it upon myself to report because I thought the FBI should know, he said, per CBS News. Wengui has since been indicted on fraud charges. So wait, who he snitch on? Wengui?
Or John Lowe?
Wengui, I think he's snitched on. Wengui was the conspirator. And then John Lowe, he was conspirating against something else.
Yeah, Joe Lo stole mad money from the Malaysian government, and then now they're just saying, like, they were in cahoots. Put it like that.
Where the frig did they find Praz to be in cahoots?
Why him?
So Jolo was placing himself. There's a big documentary on Netflix about Jolo right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was placing himself to be next to all these celebrities and stuff like that, so he could get photo ops and so he could make himself feel like he was a big celebrity. Jolo is the guy that did the funding for Wolf of Wall Street.
Oh.
But in reality, he was living his life way bigger than what was in the movie. So he stole money from the Malaysian government because he got placed to be like the president, one of the president's guys or something. He took a whole lot of money, like millions of damn near billions of dollars, took it, funneled it, and then did his own thing, like produced the movie and stuff like that, and then he just went missing. They're still looking for him.
They still looking for Jolo?
Yeah.
He's black?
No.
What is? Malaysian?
No, I think he's Asian.
Asian, some kind of Asian. Where they get Praz from?
That's what we'll go back to this.
So he must have met Praz, bouncing up with some of these people, and he paid Praz something like $20 million to get a picture op with Obama.
Oh, I would have
to get a photo op with Obama. And stuff.
So, I mean,
it's quite a lot of change to just go take a picture. I would have to get him a picture with Obama as well.
Me as well.
Yes, if he gave me $20 million right now, I would go find Obama and get a picture with him as well.
I mean, you give me $2,000, I might try to find Obama.
I would do a good Google search on Obama, find out where he's located.
Here he is. I will make a picture of him with Obama for $2,000.
Sway Lee and newborn baby involved in wild Coachella brawl.
Why Sway Lee had baby at the Coachella?
Why the baby is at the Coachella?
Yeah. And where's the mother?
Oh, look at let me look at the video first before I look. Just go to this video so we can, while I read this, you can pull up the video so I can look at it at the same time. Oh no, it's already here. Let's look at it together. What we see in here on the screen.
Oh, thank you, LaWanda.
What'd she say?
She said, "Bless you, I sneezed."
So this is some footage of the brawl. Okay. Hey! brawl. Oh, there goes the baby in the big stroller. Who's going somewhere with the stroller?
I don't know what's going on here.
What is happening?
Why is happening? Why is happening?
Because why is the baby carriage associated with this brawl? Like, what is happening? Where the baby at now? Is that his baby?
That's Sway Lee.
Oh, and I see him pushing the carriage.
He's pushing the carriage away with the baby in it now.
Who is still fighting him when he has a baby carriage around him? Who is that? Why are you guys that mad?
Were they fighting him or were they fighting around him and the baby?
I don't know what the hell. Let's read the story.
Read it.
Sway Lee has been involved in a pretty intense brawl in Coachella security. It all went down in front of his newborn son.
What the hell is wrong with
Why'd you bring that there? Why'd you bring the baby to your performance at Coachella? Shouldn't it be laying down on a blanket in the living room?
Yeah, I don't understand.
The incident, which was caught on video and shared by TMZ, went down during Coachella's second weekend and happened moments before Sway and Slim Jimmy took the stage at Ray Shrumman to perform on Sunday. As the duo walked towards Coachella Outdoor Theater stage at around 5:55 p.m., Sway's management informed TMZ that the security did not recognize Shrum for Life hitmaker, and that's when things got physical. Video shows Sway getting knocked against the fence as multiple security guards begin to pummel a man in the rapper's camp. One of Sway's security quickly grabs his baby and moves him out of the way as the brawl continues. As Sway Lee attempts to enter the festival with his newborn son and working crew, overzealous security guards confronted him. The rapper's management said security claimed not to recognize the talent and then aggressively initiated contact as they attempted to make their way to the stage. They continued. The security guards, which we presume are independent contractors, are seen clearly being the aggressors, and then throwing gang signs at the end of the video in celebration.
Oh no!
You shouldn't throw no gang signs. That's
you
crazy.
shouldn't celebrate.
Luckily, Ray Shrumman were still able to take the stage together, and Sway Lee's infant son escaped from the incident safe and unharmed.
I still find it so fascinating that Sway Lee is from Ray Shrumman. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not very far from me. One sunbeam and you. Ooh.
Why did he break away from Ray Shrumman to do that song? I love that song.
That was a bigger song than anything.
I love that
No,
song.
it was the mannequin challenge song. That was the biggest one.
That girl is a real Lisa. Was he singing on that?
Yeah,
that was him singing.
That's him.
Shut up. I can't get that. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't know why that's so hard for me.
No flex zone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because I feel like I for me, Sway Lee seems like an Afro beats artist to me, and then Ray Shrumman I knew were like these students from some college that formed this group, right?
Yeah.
Because Ray Shrumman backwards drummers ear.
Yeah.
So they were band members at a college.
No. So ear drummers is Ray Shrumman backwards.
Yeah.
They do a production group. They produce as well
From Africa?
under Mike Will.
Mike Will made it.
Mike Will made
Mike Will made it.
Oh, I don't know what that.
Ear drummers.
I don't know. I knew that term.
So when they produce their ear drummers, when they're Ray Shrumman, they're Ray Shrumman.
Okay. All right. That's amazing. That's awesome. Good. Well, all the things.
You learn new things every day.
Every day.
A New Orleans born rapper facing rape and other charges in Ascension Parish won't go to trial next month as planned.
Who is
and
it?
remained in jail Tuesday without bail.
Bring.
Watch yourself. Show me what he is dangerous. That's what I am. Show me. I'll show you what I'm working with or without your consent.
No,
that's Mystical for you. The new defense attorney for Mystical asked the state district judge last week to continue his client's jury trial that had been set to start on June 21st. The attorney, Tiffany Miles Crosby, told the judge she needed time to become abreast of all pertinent. Don't put your breast out in front of him, girl.
Don't say that.
Don't say that. He will touch you up. Mystical, whose given name is Michael Lawrence Tyler, has been accused of a violent attack and a rape of a woman in her Pierceville home in late July. Tyler, 52, was pleaded not guilty to first-degree rape, robbery, false imprisonment, and other criminal counts. Conviction of the rape charge alone would bring life imprisonment. Crosby asks, little pause, there is some place that just made the death penalty open for rape, people who rape kids under 12. Where was it? Look, yes. Crosby asked for the continuance without a new trial date. Prosecutors in Ascension did not oppose the delay. Judge Stephen Thoreau of 23 Florida. Yes. DeSantis just signed that into whatever.
Good.
And that's a controversy too that we probably could get into yet tomorrow. Because
Designer, that was Designer. She said who was the one masturbating on that.
Oh, and Designer is going into his facility today so that he can get. I heard the Designer, when he got up from exposing himself, a big jar of Vaseline dropped off. To the floor.
That's what I heard too.
That's nasty. People still jerking off with Vaseline. That's what I want to know. And what'd you do? Did you dip it in there, or did you put some on your hand, rub it together, get it warm, and then do it?
I don't know, honey. I don't know. I can't tell you the FAQs about that.
But Rapey Mystical will be on trial at some point. I mean, it's just, I'm listening to this song and I'm excited to hear it, right? And then I think about Mystical and I'm like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
Like, what is your absolute issue? Like, literally, these people that obviously have good talent and who's been in the shit
Can I tell you
the world.
the name of the song?
Yes.
I got a Maserati.
This is for Mystical?
Yep.
Okay.
I don't give a F.
Yes, obviously.
Here I go.
Yeah, he is.
Jump.
Yep, jump right into there.
Move B.
Yes, absolutely. Move.
Down for my booty pop.
Oh. Not the booty pop.
Definitely popping a lot of booty.
Danger.
Danger. That's the one.
And shake it fast.
Yeah,
And shake it fast.
Yeah.
Like,
what we expect?
I mean, what do we know? I mean, that's just terrible.
Don't say that because then they're gonna start using song lyrics in jury trials.
Watch yourself. I know. Go ahead, though. Did I do that? Yes, you did it. You absolutely did it.
Oh, I forgot about that. It ain't my fault.
He said, bend over, show me what you're working with.
Exactly. I didn't. Like that. He didn't say it in a statement. He didn't ask the question. No, may you please bend over and let me show you. Bend over, bitch, and aggressive.
Yes.
I don't. Mexico, I'm mad at you. God damn it.
I'm mad at him too.
That's a good song.
You know I like a Mystical.
Wait. I still got more names. Let me hit it.
Oh.
I smell smoke.
Oh.
I'm a soldier.
Yes.
And,
like Mystical.
It ain't my fault.
And people like Jock Cure.
Yeah.
Like Mystical and Jock Cure. Porque why? I know that you are able to get consensual boom from everywhere. Yeah. Why are you aggressively taking it from people at like knife point and meanly and things like that? I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Been so long.
There is some girls out there that probably even like it rough like that. That's just nasty.
Me what it is that you came to see. Yes. Oh, and the thing is, we do the things that lyrical say, so you don't lyrical. Mystical. Lord, it's so called lyrical.
Jesus Christ. Mystical.
Mystical say
mystical.
So he don't have to do the things. He don't have to do it like that. If lyrical came up Mystical,
we gotta change this story because you're not gonna
Mystical came up behind you and said, "Bend over, bitch. Show me what you're working with. Shake it fast. Watch yourself." Wouldn't you do all those things?
Absolutely,
I would.
100 because I love lyrical.
Mystical.
I'm talking about lyrical though.
Oh well, I meant Mystical.
Lyrical could say that to me right now, and I sure would.
Lyrical don't even gotta say it. I'm already bent.
Exactly. I'm already
showing him what I'm doing. You watch yourself.
But that's terrible. Mystical, I don't know what I wish you, but I wish that you would just cut the shit.
This story came up yesterday for me, but it's an old story. So a Missouri now has a new bill. It's called Senate Bill 146 and 253, which would allow a judge to order payment of 179 days per day of imprisonment for up to $65,000 for people who are falsely accused of of crimes.
Rapes?
Yeah, but they have just crimes, period. That you reminded me. But right now, there's 2 people in that city who would, if that has gone through or would go through, are owed well over $900,000 because they spent so much time in prison.
Give it
falsely.
to them. Yeah, they deserve it.
But this only goes up to $65,000 a year. I mean, $65,000 a year. So no. So they can still get all their money.
That's amazing.
Hopefully that goes through, and these people who have been exonerated for crimes that they did not, or were falsely imprisoned for crimes that they did not commit.
And that's still not enough.
It definitely isn't.
Yeah.
It definitely isn't.
And last but not least, Soulja Boy owes ex-girlfriend $472,000 after being hit with punitive damages in an assault trial.
Who is this ex-girlfriend?
Was it
Teddy
Teddy
Riley's
Riley's girlfriend?
daughter?
I don't know. Soulja Boy was hit with additional damages as part of his ex-girlfriend Kayla Myers. No, that's not her.
That's not her.
Civil lawsuit against the rapper. As we first reported last week, a Los Angeles jury awarded Myers a total of $236,000 in damages. The breakdown was $1,800 for mental health expenses and another $234 for physical and mental pain and suffering. Further, they found that Soulja Boy engaged in the conduct with malice, oppression, or fraud. Soulja's lawyer argued that his client's financial condition was so dire that he didn't have the funds to pay any punitive damage. Despite his claims, the jury came back with an additional verdict yesterday and awarded Myers $236,000 in punitive damages. The grand total owed in his ex comes to $472,000. You should have put yourself on a payment plan when it was $273,000. And I don't believe that Soulja Boy don't got no money. That's what I don't believe.
Soulja Boy invented everything. Of course he got money.
And he was the first. He's an influencer.
Yes, he
So
is.
he is out here doing his thing. So Soulja Boy, just pay the people their money. Just pay the people their money and cut it out.
Yeah.
It just don't make no sense. $472 in punitive damage. Nobody even know what punitive means. Anyhow, people, that concludes our show for today. We will be out and bad tomorrow again. It's Thursday.
Tomorrow I will be DJing at the was it Isabella Gardner Museum.
Really?
Tomorrow I'll be at the Isabella Gardner Museum. So you guys can pull up over there. I'll be out there from like 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
For Clizzy.
For Clizito. Pull up. That's gonna be fun. People, we'll see you tomorrow for Thirsty Thursdays. Keep it locked. Spark FM Online, #1 for urban and Caribbean music. We'll see you later.
You're listening to Saucy and Friends in the morning with Miss Hot Sauce, Miss Tony, and Rockstone Triz.
The only thing that does matter is great music, and you will find it here.
The all-new Spark FM. Boston and surrounding community.